Welcome to another episode of The Best Revenge is Good Living podcast. Now, your host, Larry Oaks.
It is such a great time to be alive right now. I mean, it's like things that are going on, things are going to happen in this month in August, going into September. You know, Hillary Clinton's going to be testifying on September the 9th, 2020, under oath. It's going beyond. But I was going to transition from the last show talking about the strategies that's going on out there, and the Cloward and Piven angle and the welfare rolls angle. That was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We're in 2020. You know, we're leaps and bounds past that, and we got the youth. We got these kids that are unenfranchised, believing in what's that word? Believing in scarcity. Even in like the opposite of abundance. What is that word? Scarcity. Meekness. I don't know, man, but these people are out here teaching these kids to be believing in scarcity. Wanting handouts, that they're owed something. Come on, man. Nobody walking this earth today are even 2 steps away from black slavery. With all this Black Lives Matter, with all white people acting the fool, all these teachers, this is their summer job. This is their summer pay from George Soros, is where they're cashing their checks from. Look at the gear they got. Look at the anarchy. Does anybody remember Bill Ayers and the Weather Underground and his brother and his cohorts that are all out there still in the highest echelons of our government and private citizenry? In our educational systems. And since when, O'Shea? Come on, O'Shea, since when do we tell our kids that they get it, that they're supposed to, that they're owed something? Come on, man. I've been walking around on this planet as long as you. And I know you worked your ass off for everything that you got. Since when do we tell the youth of this world, or the people in general, that they're owed something? We ain't guaranteed, and we ain't owed anything in this life. You have to get your intellectual property up. You got to get your mind up. And I'm going to tell you from experience, the only way that you're going to get right, and I'm not saying be a holy roller, but the only way you're going to get right is by asking God to bless you with the wisdom and the knowledge and the strength and the discipline to understand his commands, to understand the things that you need to know to follow that path. All we can do is try. But since when, O'Shea? Come on, man. When do you say people are owed something with the slavery shit? My people are still in slavery to this day over that southern border right there. And I hear all the black community laugh about the jobs that we take and the things that we do, knowing it's modern day slavery. And along with the trafficking of women and children. Come on, man. You've been around for 3 decades in Hollywood. I know you know. And you're over here trying to come out here with this bullshit about get what we're owed, and I don't know what the fuck you're saying, man. I could barely even take it. But I tell you one thing, to you Antifa out there, to you your 30-something teachers or your 20-something, whoever I don't even care what age you are, what race, we're all human beings, and you are being used. Smarten up. You are being used because in a few months, all that nonsense that's going on is going to be eliminated. And you can say that's your little stripes, and it is. I'm not going to take nothing away from you. If you guys out there geared up and doing the things you're doing, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Because my wife got pulled over the other day, and they could defund all the highway patrol. as far as I'm concerned. Okay, you want to defund law enforcement or cut it back? Start with that, because has anybody ever heard of the right to travel? We have the right to travel unencumbered. But nah, every way you turn, they want to tax that Social Security number. And that's where you guys are all at fault right now. And that's where you're at fault, O'Shea.
What you talking about, O'Shea?
Because you got millions of dollars.
What you talking about?
Come on, man. Try to come out here and say some bullshit where they're going to tear up communities. For what? For communism? For everybody's equally poor and broke? Talk to somebody who grew up. My sister-in-law came from the Czech Republic. Her people, remember, they still live in I haven't seen it for myself, but I've heard it from my brother. They still live in a 1-bedroom apartment type complex that they've been in for the last 60 years. So come on, man. Do you guys see what's going on in China? I just seen this episode a couple days ago. This dude who was over in China, and all the prostitution that's just out in the open, all the like Vegas, popping cars, throwing them under your hotel room door. That's what you want? That's why you're hiding these motherfuckers out here? Come on. But that's what's up with O'Shea over there. Ice Cube. Come on. That's some bullshit that you're out there fucking promoting, man. Everybody, all you motherfuckers out there that was, all on the bandwagon in the 80s and 90s. Now you're hating. Now all of a sudden, everybody's a racist. Come on. You judge people by who they are. Game recognized game, and all the lames, fuck out of here. That's why we're in the situation that we're in with all these kids. Don't know how to take an ass whipping. Don't know how to talk to people. Don't know how to communicate. They want to have tantrums and fits. Bunch of liars. A bunch of phonies out there. It's more than somebody can almost handle, dude. You know what the signs, the details of the plan, the architecture, the engineering, the players. It's all out there. You have to be blind, deaf, and dumb to deny the things that are going on here right now on this earth. And words mean things. That was the thing that I was going to come into. So we were back at Cloward and Piven and the strategies. Now we're in these new strategies with Antifa in 2020 and BLM now. These are like actual foundation type shits. You know, it used to be the man. Back in the 60s, it was the man. Well, guess what? All the radicals from the 60s, they are the man now. And the thing that I don't get is, how are you? I mean, you guys are always. When I say you guys, I'm talking about these youth out there. I'm talking to the black folk that believe in the BLM and believe in Antifa. And I don't even think that's all white in Antifa. So just in the BLM. I lost my train of thought. Shit on that one. Because I was getting ready to get deep into that shit. Because look, everybody don't have to like everybody. You know? That's a reason why there's people. That's the reason why God put people in different areas of the world with different pigment. But we're all brothers and sisters. All this bullshit about region and about color and all that shit. We're all human beings. We're all from God. And there's no denying it. All this evolution bullshit. Come on, man. Miss me with all that. That is just, and the thing of it is all these Harvard educated people that think that they're somebody, and they're in these little circles, and they have privilege based not on their ethnicity or their or their gender or any of that shit, just based on who they know and what they're willing to do to be a part of that shit. But all them people, man, I'll keep losing my train of thought because I'm just getting heated on these topics. My recording device has been messing up. I know how Satan works, man. Every time that you're ready to go, he wants to throw a monkey wrench in it, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to continue on doing this thing because I got hours and hours and hours of video and footage and pictures and all the insights and the details of what people need to know, man. All these people out here that are breaking shit, it's because you can't create anything. It's because you have nothing in your head but anger. And you need to be mad at yourself. Because nobody gives you anything in this world. Nobody's going to do anything for you in this world until you can prove that you can do something for yourself. If you have no value, man, I feel sorry for you. That's why I'm doing this channel. That's why I'm here. Check out some of my other videos. I mean, I come across kind of coarse, but I'm trying to help people be positive. Bring in positive energy. We are being flooded through the prince of the power of the air right now to our brain waves with all this madness. It's just pure insanity, man. We have abundance. You need to have a mindset of abundance because all this fucking bullshit, it's just lies. You have to understand that everything that you see out of the television is lies. You need to check, or they're half truths, or they're double talks, or they're casting spells on you. Come on, man, find out what's going on. I mean, it's been going on for all of humanity. It's been recorded. It's written down. Satan can't lie to you. You have to choose his way voluntarily and willingly. People need to wake up. And so here's the thing. All these people are out here rioting and having a fuss for political reasons. I already know they're being paid for. I already know there's other people there's a small percentage that have the ideology and are out there and they have guilt, whatever the fuck whatever it is. But all this shit is scripted and you're playing your role. You need to step away from that. You need to not play the game. You are somebody. You have value on this earth. Don't let these people contaminate your mind with this hopelessness. I remember it in the 70s. They were trying to say, oh, we were running out of gas. Gas shortage. We're running out of gas. We have to ration you on this day and this day. You can go get gas and you can only get so much. Come on, man. We've had more oil in the last 3 years than what they said. We've used that much to what they said we were going to run out of back then. Don't believe the bullshit, man. These corporations don't have your best interest at hand, at heart. They are not thinking about you. And if they are, they're thinking about you as the commodity that you are. They want to tax that Social Security card. They want to tax that bond that they have on you from birth. When you understand who you are, when you understand that the creation can never be greater than the creator. And that's why they flipped that switch on the evolution, because it would destroy all those plaques they have on the wall with their doctorates and their PhDs, because that's what their philosophy, if they were to admit that there was an almighty creator, that this was not Big Bang, then they would have to admit that they've been wrong. And just like I said a couple of videos back, how they get manipulated into this faction of people that want to have control over people, how they just go ahead and go with the club. Some of them a little bit more willingly and a little bit more happily than others, but they're all in it. And you see these mostly in entertainment, the music in the movies and the television, where these people flip out. When you wake up from the days of being abused or being used, taken advantage of, and it doesn't have to be in a sexual way. These contracts that they get these people enslaved in, and it's just a big game. It's just a big movie. If you step back and take a look at what's really going on, it's just a big movie, and it's so fun. Like I started this whole thing out with, and I got delved in because I started thinking about fucking Ice Cube and the bullshit that he was saying. It took me down that BLM and all that people are owed shit road. But what I meant to say was words mean things. That's going back to understanding this shit, because when these officers talk to you and they ask you questions, those are legal questions. They're speaking in legalese, they're speaking in a different language. And depending on the book, the dictionary definition of when you're submitted a contract, they're supposed to give you a dictionary defining what these words mean, to be a fair deal, to be considered a bilateral agreement. But what do? You get a mortgage, you get a fucking car loan, you get a personal loan. Is there a second signature on there? No, because it's already our money. Because our labor is what creates all currency, our energy. And labor is not to be taxed, but they got us hoodwinked. They got us fucking believing in that Jekyll Island fucking contract they did with the Federal Reserve and with Wilson and these motherfuckers that the Carnegies or whoever, the JPs, I don't know who they fuck were, but I know that they got us, the Ashcrofts, the Sinclairs. And that's the other thing, dude. That's one thing that I was gonna talk about a few weeks ago when it was about 50, 60 days in at Portland. And then they had this broad come up, Sinclair, like Lillian Sinclair. She was like the spokesman for Portland BLM, whatever. Come on, man. Come on. That's where I was going, fam. That's where I said I was getting ready to get deep with the black people. Why do you guys always let these mixed people represent you and go out and speak for you? Do you guys understand that Sinclair is an Illuminati name? You know that there's bloodlines. It's a bloodline, Sinclair. And she's up there. Dude, it's a joke. All of them, Kaepernick. And I'm a 49er fan since 83. I was all about Cap until he started pulling that bullshit, making all that money talking about fucking oppression. Motherfucker, you ain't fucking been oppressed. I understand what you're saying. I've had guns put to my head. I've been fucked with, I'm 50 years old. You think that, come on. But all that bullshit, and go down the line, Obama, all his staff, the chief of staff, Rice, Susan Rice, Colin Powell, motherfucking Ebro, like Obama, like they say all the United States presidents are all related or whatever the fuck, back to the King George or whoever it was and all that stuff. Come on. We are all human beings, and we can all be successful. It's simple. Our labor, our intellectual property, the things that we learn in our life, the skill sets that we acquire, along with the experience, is what creates the currency. And the central bank, they use fractionization of the money. So every dollar that we put in the bank, they can go to the Federal Reserve and get 10. And they do hypothecation. They hypothesize. And all that means is they take that $10 that they got off your one and they go get 10 more, and then they go get 10 more, and they go get 10 more. And it's infinity based on our spark, based on our energy. But people are so caught up on that hamster wheel. And it can't just be one. And it can't just be for a moment. People have to be vigilant. People have to put in the time, the work. Nothing's for free in this world. Nothing's for free. Even the free shit costs. Some way, somehow, you're going to pay the piper. We just got to get our shit together, man. There's so many people out here and so much stuff going on at all times. We are in that super warp speed, but the only thing that you can do is be positive. Stay in your conscious mind. When you start thinking Unless you've reprogrammed your subconscious, when you start thinking, that's when all the personalities that you've recorded over your life starts to come out. And some of them you like and some of them you don't like. And the sad part about it is most of them you don't like. That's why when you are working and somebody comes talks to you and you're thinking, the personalities pop out, those subconscious recordings come out, and that's why motherfuckers will be all mad at you, and you come out and they're like telling you said something. You're like, I said what? Because it wasn't even you. The conscious mind is the creative mind. It's the real you. It's you right now. When we're engaged and we're talking and we're trading energy and we're trading thoughts, if we're debating or we're just communicating, we're right here. It's who we are. And when we're thinking, it says recordings. And if you don't have the right recordings in there, you're sabotaging your life. So think positive. Stay away from the nocebo effect. Opposite of the placebo effect. If you think negative, you're going to get negative. And I know I ain't saying nothing that y'all didn't know. But for the best revenge is good living. It's your boy Larry Oaks, aka Big Renz. I'll check you guys next time. Peace and love. Remember, in life, the best revenge is good living. This has been another Pure Entertainment production. All names have been changed to protect the innocent. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to that bitch. Peace.